Thank you for joining me. Please have your Bible ready and let us carefully examine God's words for truth. Let's begin. Subject: the big picture of God, Jesus and humans. All humans are created equal. God wanted a righteous family without a next Satan springing up in this earth creation. He wanted to call all righteous humans his sons. Matthew chapter 5 verses 9 Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. Who is God? Acts 17 verse 28, for in him we live and move and have our being, as also some of your own poets have said, for we are also his offspring. Jesus played an important role in the process of bringing back humans to God the Father. He was also responsible for helping to make this earth. John chapter 1 verse 3 All things were made through him, and without him nothing was made. Verse 4 In him was life, and life was the light of men. When God and Jesus made Adam and Eve, Genesis chapter 1 verse 26, then God said, Let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. Their work was not finished in making man, from the fact that the 7 days continue to this day and the Father is resting. Genesis chapter 2 verse 2 On the seventh day God ended his work which he had done, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had done. Verse 3 Then God blessed the seventh day. On the seventh day, he rested from all his work. Adam sinned. This does not change God's plan for human future benefits to be a more advanced being. He will continue his work, started in Genesis, and will cut his work short in righteousness. Romans 9 verse 28 For he will finish the work and cut it short in righteousness, because the Lord will make a short work upon the earth. He allowed time to filter out rebellious humans to prevent the next Satan from appearing. He will be making man to a higher form of life according to 1 Corinthians 15 verse 54. So when this corruptible has put on incorruption, and this mortal has put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written. Death is swallowed up in victory. Romans chapter 2 verse 7, We humans will be like angels, messengers. In Romans 2 verse 7 and Matthew chapter 22 verse mentioned how angels, messengers came into existence. Verse 30 For in the resurrection they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are like angels. God made many heavens and earth Genesis chapter 2 verse 1 Thus the heavens and the earth, and all the host of them, were finished, therefore there was earth before this earth for angels to come into existence. Angels, messengers are compatible with humans. Why angels came down and took human wives Genesis chapter 6 verses 4. When the sons of God came into the daughters of men and they bore children to them. God will not tolerate those who are rebellious and will end up like Satan and Adam and Eve. There are benefits for the righteous ones starting with a new heaven and a new earth. The new heaven mentioned is really a new atmosphere with a new earth, as Jesus is now preparing. John chapter 14 verse 2 In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I am going to prepare a place for you. Verse 3 And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you to myself, that where I am, there you may be also. The new earth will be in the center of a water bubble, a space from the bubble above the earth and earth's surface which is called heaven, the same as Genesis chapter 1 verse 6 to 8, a perfect greenhouse. This is where Jesus is now preparing. 2 Peter chapter 3 verses 5 to verse 7, and verse 13, Nevertheless we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth in which righteousness dwells. It also mentioned the new heaven and earth, at Isaiah chapter 65 verse 17, Isaiah chapter 66 verse 22, Revelation chapter 21 verse 1. Endless life, John chapter 3 verse 16 For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten, unique Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Endless food, Revelation chapter 22, verse 2 In the middle of its street, and on either side of the river, was the tree of life, which bore 12 fruits, each tree yielding its fruit every month. The leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. Giving us a glorious body, Philippians chapter 3 verse 21, who will transform our lowly body that it may be conformed to his glorious body, according to the working by which he is able even to subdue all things to himself. God will spread his umbrella over all righteous ones. Revelation chapter 21 verses 1 to 4. Now I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, also there was no more sea. Verse 2. Then 1 John saw the holy city. See other videos. What is heaven? New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Verse 3. And I heard a loud voice from heaven saying, Behold, the tent of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. God himself will be with them and be their God. Verse 4. And God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There shall be no more death, nor sorrow, nor crying. If you found the above helpful, please share with others who are searching for Bible truth. Adjust your record, open for comment. See other videos for more details.